back again. You know who this is. J to some man. Check was back. Check was back. It's that nigga Jericho back with the same flow. Check was back. Check was back. It's that nigga Jericho back with the same flow. Check was back. Check was back.
BaseFM, your home station.
All of a sudden you saw the first edition, now this is the second edition and I got none other than the man himself.
It was the 80s, baby. I'm good. What's up, man?
All good, all good.
Yes,
So tell us, what's up? I expected you to be like out there already, recording with the likes of HP, you know, going international. What's up? What's holding you back?
It takes time. Let's be honest with this, man. We got other recording labels out there. We got other rappers out there in their own country. It's kind of difficult to build that connections. That's why you see we just had a show recently for the Miss Polly thing.
Yeah.
We brought Josie from South Africa, trying to build that connection. The last time we had Tear Gas for DJ City Launch, trying to build that connection. But it takes time. You gotta be patient if you're in the industry, because otherwise you're gonna fall out in it.
Well, we all know the reasons why you were in the papers. So, wanting to know what happened to all of that? Is it all water under the bridge?
Yeah, it is, you know what I'm saying? I never responded to none of those stuff that people wrote about me and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, I'm from the hood, and my people know who I be, and they know who I am personally, you know what I'm saying? I have this personal relationship with my fans, so basically they know when something is the truth, and it's written down, people would know what it is, you know what I'm saying, before even it's exposed. But I'll tell you, man, I'm not expecting everybody just to talk good about me, you know what I'm saying?
True.
You gotta have people that can also bring out a little bit of bad publicity about yourself. And I guess I had to use that opportunity right there and not even respond to it, but you know, just let it be. Because there's bigger things than that. I had bigger projects in that same time when the people wrote about me. And then I'm like, come on, man, I got people I need to make. I got a daughter I need to feed. Rather than, you know, being stuck up in all that negativity. And, you know, it's just normal for me now, man. I'm so used to it.
So what are you doing, you know, in educating kids of tomorrow, you know, as a man through your music? What are you doing?
I'm always having that positive messages in my music. And plus, not only that, you know, my social responsibility as an artist to go out and have charity concerts to give back to like kindergartens. The last thing, a couple of weeks back, you know, we went to donate. So basically, that's just my way of telling you that no, I'm trying to keep this positivity. I'm giving back in my sort of way, not only through my music, but physically giving back. You know, I'm making money through my music, and I can still take that same money and invest it into the youth for tomorrow. And that's what I'm doing, because I mean, this is education. I want a better education for my kids, and at the same time, there's somebody else out there that got the kid in the kindergarten cannot afford to pay their school fees and stuff. That's why you find people like us that comes to, you know, put that paper down.
I know you've been working on one artist that you would love to spend a day in the booth with, you know, just going over a beat, you know.
Like you said, it's time to take it out there. I would love to do a track or just spend a day spitting in the booth of the truth with guys like Jay-Z. I love to do a track with Wiz Khalifa. Yeah, Wiz Khalifa. I would love to do a track with him. I would like to do a track with T.I., you know, Kanye West. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, man, so many people. Beyonce, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Rihanna, why not? You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
yeah,
so
man.
if Double HP or anybody of the people that you just mentioned there who are watching this clip now, can you drop them a few bars that will actually make them stand up and recognize you as an artist, you as Jay?
Yeah, man, let me see what I got, man. My mind. You know, it's like, all right. Check this out. Now I said it. Yes, that hip-hop is dead. I gave hip-hop mouth to mouth, now hip-hop is back. I used the stairs to make it all the way to the top. Niggas used the elevator so it's easy to drop. It's like pouring out liquor from a drunk man's cup. Rest in peace to all my niggas that got stepped or shot on my block. Niggas dead or late to Tupac. Niggas hide gets in shoebox. Niggas claim they kings, but they not. The only king I know is from D Block. In my days, we used to burn out candles. The mic is my sword, hip hop is my castle. Hey, you better watch what you say. Niggas building names on others just to get their way. Even the people in front is trying to break me down. God is above. If it's time for me to pass my crown, Tweez 80, baby.
Okay. Straight up, definitely like that. Okay, now my man, if we had to make you the president of the Republic of Namibia, what's the one thing that you would try and change about our people or our way of life?
Education system, man. I don't think we have to put money into that. Not everybody can afford to take bills down, man. The people that educated out there. And that's the only way that we can push our people from all the ignorance that we have. And all this money that's being gone, you know what I'm saying, all this big money that we're trying to invest into, GIPF, all that things, all that money that's being gone, that's being taken from our people in the hood that doesn't know we already have something. We have to do something and find those culprits and put them to justice for that, you know what I'm saying? And then secondly, I would try to make sure that, especially black colleges, make sure that we have more black kids in colleges, especially white schools and stuff, to give them the same education that they need, and mix up everybody. I still feel racism is still existing in my country, you know what I'm saying?
Why do you think that?
It's because I think there's a couple of black people that still has grudges of what has happened in the past. And there's a couple of white people that doesn't want to accept the fact that black people are still over this country. You know what I'm saying? And that's causing it. And I think we just need to get together and work together and make things happen. Because we're not living, it's not about only us, it's about what we leave behind to our people. The world's coming to an end, it looks like. You know what I'm saying? We need to make things better for what it's supposed to be.
Okay, so tell me, if you had to choose a Minister of Finance, out of all the artists you see in Namibia, who would be a Minister of Finance?
I don't know, man. Let me see. I don't know, man. I can't say, man. Who do I know? I would put somebody that's successful right now on a way different league. You know what I'm saying? I would put guys on that. I would want to put him there, but I would not want him to be stingy with their money too at the same time. Just know that it's the country money, because I think he's one of those artists that knows how to handle his finances. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why he has achieved so much.
Okay, so Minister of Health.
I'll put Uno Boy there because he's the one that's doing nursery right now and he's doing quite at the same time. I'll put Uno Boy, Ministry of Health. I'll put you there, you're a nurse already, boy. Yeah, most definitely.
Okay, most definitely. So the last time you cried, my man?
2-3 days back. When I broke up with my chick, but she back, we resolved everything yesterday night. So we're cool now. You got, they say real man cries when it's time to do certain things. You know, especially what you have that's building. You know what I'm saying? That if you see progress in your life and your right hand, is the reason why there's progress. Then why would you want to lose that? You know what I'm saying? And emotionally, it kind of touched me when I messed up. And she decided to walk out, and I'm like sitting there alone in my room thinking to myself, like, yo, Jill, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying? You're all gangster and stuff, but now you crying tears. I'm like, yeah, it's needed, man. Even gangsters do cry. You know what I'm saying? Not gangster in a bad way. I ain't gangster no more like that. Yeah, man, but the fact that, I could sit down there and my tears just rolling down without even me noticing.
That really got to you.
That got to me.
Yeah, so one of your tracks that whenever you listen to it, it can actually make you cry, or it makes you smile, or it just brings back that little something that's probably missing in your life.
Yeah.
What track would that be?
Ooh.
Out of your own tracks.
Oh man, I got a lot of tracks that make me want to sit down and just want to shed tears. Because every track from me's got its own feel. You can't say you, say me, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of deep to me too. I can listen to the track any day, and if I have to shed tears, I will. I got Helele on that. Helele, that low, the ghetto thing, where we come from, how we struggle to make it to the top. Because, if you walk down the street, you still see people struggling through that. You see still people walking bare feet from Oranje Park trying to make it to Kudankapai in the hood. And then, that sort of track will make you cry for a situation like that. And you got Heaven's Missing Angel, you break up with your
Come into Heaven's Missing an Angel. Yeah. I wanted to ask you a question. There's this bit where you talk about your father.
Yeah.
There's the bit where you talk about your father. Exactly. Would you say, did you actually meant what you said?
Yeah. I wouldn't have said it if I didn't. Because all my tracks that I ever put down on paper, I never faked them, none of them. And I think that's the reason why people appreciate me, because they know that this is.
But you kind of turned it into a joke.
I know, you know. My father hasn't been around for me as I was growing up. I'll be honest, but I knew him all my life. My mother raised me. My mother was both figures, father figure, mother figure. You know what I'm saying? She made sure she raised me right. But I never had grudges. For a time being, I had. But I understood from my father's point of view, because he was never successful, dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I understood why he never could have taken care of his kids. And I had to say that as a musician, my father himself is a bass guitarist.
Yeah.
He had women around him all the time that loved him. My mother used to complain about that. You know what I'm saying? And I had to use that somewhere in the song where I say that, I'm weak and hard for women, but don't put the blame on me, put it on my father, because that's where I got it from, you know what I'm saying? And I had to put it like in a little joke, so the song would not really be that serious, but know, you can still listen to it. It's kind of serious, and then you can at the same time put a smile on your face, like, oh, that's a nice line right there.
Right there.
And I had to use my father because he's the only one that I could put.
I confess, for women, that I'm weak at heart. Don't blame me, my father's to be blamed for their part. That's a joke, I'm joking just to see you smile.
Politicians in a ring, boxing.
Yeah.
Which two politicians would you actually love to see going up against one another? Just throwing their punches. Let's, just to see.
Yeah, the president for me right now, he's just too cool for me. I can't put the old president with the new president together. So I got a lot of respect for this dude, you know what I'm saying? But, Kazanambo against Nasangula, my friend. 1-1. It's on.
Let us get
It's on. There you go.
Okay, so there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the second edition of what we're doing right here on your number one community radio station. That's Jay Twizzle, Mika Bessa. Until whenever you see us again.
So I'm taking this time saying sorry for what I
BaseFM.